Stacey Abrams claims she can win if voters navigate GOP voter suppression. I'm so tired. I'm so sick of her talking about voter suppression. This made up stuff. I've talked about the study. I've showed the studies before from Harvard and tons of other places that say there is absolutely no voter suppression. She is making this stuff up. Last election cycle was the most voters ever voted in Georgia, and we keep having a whole bunch of votes, but she's still saying that there's voter suppression, just making stuff up. This is ridiculous. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Now, when you hit that alarm bell, you can change it from personal to all. That way, you get all of my notifications from when I put out stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. Has a link to my Patreon where I talk about things I can't talk about here, and there's also a link to my Instagram where I put out even more news to keep you informed. All right, let's talk about this news. It is desperation time in Georgia for a certain gubernatorial candidate named Stacey Abrams. As polls indicate, it's all but a guarantee that she will be demolished on November 8th in a rematch against incumbent governor Brian Kemp. And why they keep they keep electing these losers. They keep and I mean it by the actual definition to lose. You know, uh, Hillary Clinton, two-time loser, and Stacey Abrams, who I believe is about to be another two-time loser. I think she don't really care about winning. This is about clout chasing. This is about her and her foundations and making money that way. Because listen to the stuff that she talked about. Most people in Georgia do not even like her. Only a small amount of Democrats like her. Some maybe a few black women and some a few suburban women, but not. But now even she's even losing some of the suburban women, white suburban women out there. But that means that Abrams is now spouting blatant nonsense in hopes of couching her loss by blaming it on voter suppression, as flagged by Fox News. On Saturday, Abrams told MSNBC host Ali Velshi that despite some polls showing her losing by at least 10 points, she can still stomp out a victory. I mean, it's delusional. Quote, and while the polls are always going to tell the story you want to see, what we know is that the untold story is that this is a tight race. It is neck and neck, and we believe that we are on a path to victory if we can get all our voters out, and if they can navigate the difficulties put in place by Brian Kemp and Georgia's Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger. Abrams claimed. What? So, what difficulties were put in place? What exactly is she talking about? But the 2018 gubernatorial loser has also claimed that Kemp has somehow rigged the system against her in the election as well. So it's okay for people on the left to talk about that stuff, but if I talk about this stuff here about some shenanigans going on with the voting systems and stuff like that, I would get deplatformed. But Abrams is saying that Kemp, who signed the 2021 voter reform law, and Raffensperger has been working, quote, to not only game the system, but to suppress voting in the state of Georgia. Based on that statement, one would think that early voting must be anemic throughout the state. In fact, it's the opposite. Georgia voters have been particularly animated in this election, despite warnings from Democrats that the legislation would usher in a new era of Jim Crow 2.0. President Joe Biden even said it would make that previous era of American history look like Jim Eagle. I mean, the rhetoric that's coming out from the left is just nonsensical. But as of Friday, more than 2 million people have voted via early voting and absentee ballots, smashing previous records in the process. So where's the suppression? If you got more people voting than any time in Georgia history, where's the suppression at? But in addition to worrying about voter suppression amidst a record voting turnout, Abrams has also warned voters that Georgians should elect her or transgender kids will be banned from playing with friends. Parents will be forced to lie. 500,000 people will lose health care, and the LGBTQ individuals won't be protected. She's just making this stuff up. As reported, all of this lacking in candor, as they say in the Beltway. I'm going to straight out say it. It's a lie. It's a lie. She just straight up makes stuff up as she goes along. To make matters worse for Abrams, she even sported Tennessee orange on the same day that number 3 University of Georgia faced off against number 1 the University of Tennessee in college football. Tone deaf. But that might have been her most out of touch campaign decision so far, even worse than dancing around to the song P by Lotto while shouting about abortion rights at a rap concert. I mean, it's ridiculous. Uh, Everyone knows she's gonna get blasted. She's gonna lose, and then she's gonna blame it on voter suppression because that's all. That's the only card she got. Even though they have record number of voters. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out democrepublics.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace. Oh,